We are having sessions where we are talking about the HR myths and realities. So today we are let's talk about probation. So before we are starting this conversation, I just wanted to know that the 90-day probation period, is it really just a trial run for employees, or is it really necessary? Or maybe should it impact pay and benefits? So there are a lot of questions that everybody got when people are talking about the probation period and so on, like 90 days probation and all. So in this video today, we are going to break all of the things down, that what it is it a reality or it is just a myth? So welcome back to the HR Unscripted, and today let's talk about the 90-day probation period. So now, that what are the myths that revolve around a lot of organization that what they talk. But before that, I do have a question for my audience, those who are watching my video, that how do you feel about probation periods, and do you think that they are fair or do they just add pressure? So let's talk about this in the comment box. Just drop me what do you think about it. So now let's start that what it is. So first, what is this myth is that the 90-day probation period is just a test to see if an employee is good enough. Sounds stressful, right? But is that really how it works? So now let's first talk about that. What's the first thing that's come into mind when you hear about the probation period? Is it fear? Is it pressure? Or the opportunity? Drop your thoughts below, and you can drop it like fear, pressure, and we will be having a conversation in our comment box. Now let's talk about that. What employee thinks? What's the reality around it? So let's suppose one employee thinks it like that. I thought it meant I had to be perfect from day one, or maybe I'm getting the risk of getting fired. Maybe second employee, many other employee can think it like that. For me, it felt like being into a limbo, not really part of the team yet. It's just that they are choosing me whether I'm the good fit or not. And might be some other employee think that I heard it's just a company way of firing people without consequences. So these are all real fear. But really, let's separate the fear from friction, like what it is actually. So now we'll be talking about that. What is a 90-day probation period really for? Like, here's the truth. Because the probation period isn't a punishment, it is a structured onboarding process or the phase. And it is not only for the employees, it is also for the employee and employers, because they both have to deal it with. So now it's like, now let's talk about that. Even why we are doing and we are telling that you are on your probation periods. Why even it exists? So to that, because in my thought that I have an experience of 5 years in this company, and with my experience, what I have learned throughout the onboarding process that I was into, that this probation period exists to just, it is an opportunity. Okay, so for my understanding, first is that the learning and adjustment. It gives employees time to first adapt to their role, the culture, and the expectations, right? Because they are in the process, they are learning, right? And then the second thing is that it's all about this 90-day test is all about training and support, because employers provide guidance on how to do a job, and also employer gives the feedback to help employees succeed in their. Then the third is that mutual fit. Definitely, even if there are a lot of life changes activity that has been be like, even when you are getting a new job, even you are going to some another city, you really need a time to adapt yourself, right? So and then you also decide on whether I am a mutual fit for it or not, be it a job, be it your location shift or anything. So third thing in my mind is that mutual fit, because it always not just about employer assessing employees, but it will also employee also gets to evaluate the company, where this company are okay for me, will this company will give me the opportunity or not. And the last thing is that performance feedback. Instead, like it's not a system to fail you or a pass, give out a pass certificate or a result. Instead of it's a pass or fail system, it's a period of growth and support. So for me, it's not a test, it's a transition of an employee from a new joiner to a best employee, or maybe you can see that what is the growth, because when you are on your probation period, you are transitioning from not knowing a company to knowing about the company. So now the next question that definitely come into anybody's mind, that do we even need a probation? So now, okay. So what is my thought is that definitely we need a probation period. We can't call, let's not call it a probation period where you will be getting fired maybe after 3 months, but it is a time. Let's say give it or something new day to it, that you are taking a time to know each other. That employee and employer both are taking a time to know each other. So now I think this is where things get interesting. So now, um, so my question was that do we even need a probation period? So I believe that a lot of people says that believe that it's just a stressful, like it's adding just an unnecessary stress, while others see it's as a very necessary step. So I think one just name that coming up in my mind is that we can say is that nurturing phase, growth phase for an employee, or like instead of calling it a probation period, we can call it with some other name, so that employee was also not very stressful about system. Let's suppose just on that topic, just I wanted to share that. Let's say what if an employee was showing a very excellent excellent behavior, and doing the all the tasks on time on in the 3 month, because they have to pass the probation period. And what after 3 months that same employee doesn't perform, the same employee doesn't listen to you, that can also be the scenario. At that time also the employees can get fired, right? So I think it's really necessary for the evaluation process, because this is the 3 month, it is really necessary to know each other. And also we need to we do have to make a system where we will be giving the feedback, right? So now so this is my viewpoint. You can also share what is your thoughts in the comment below. So now we'll be talking about that what are the arguments happening about the against the probation. So even a lot of people say that let's suppose if a company hires someone, they should commit from day one, right? And there is also something going on, like it's make employees feel undervalued, insecure about the job. Some companies also misuse probation to delay pay raises or benefits, saying that you are not performing and like those stuff. But here is here is that what is the real purpose of probation? Definitely, because the probation period really protects both employees and employee. It's give a time to each person to adjust, to check that whether they are the mutual fit or not. Because sometimes not only sometimes the case that employer want the team member, but employee doesn't want to be with the company. So it can be a both ways, because not every hires turn out to be the right fit, and this periods really allow both the parties to make an informed decision. Then the next thing is that it really ensures a proper training structure and onboarding. And also because it is like it is a 3 month plan where you are making step by step things for the new hire, so that the person can easily adapt into the situation, and whatever the task the person has to perform, because it's really take time to understand each and everything from day one, right? We can't expect the employees to perform from day one. So it's 3 month is required to make other person succeed in the role. Okay, now like when you are rushing into a full employment without a structured adjustment phase, it definitely can lead to the mismatches, and that can also lead to the firing of the person, right? Okay, and then next thing is that it shouldn't be mean reduced benefits or lower pay. Instead of, I think, treating probation as a lesser phase, it should be about integration, not exclusions. So I think this is what I think about the real purpose of probation. But in my thought, I definitely going to change this tag of probation periods. Although for the audience in my organization, we don't have a probation period right now. We call this phase as a growth phase, growth map for our new joiner. So that's how we can call it. So if you like my idea, that let's not call it a probation, let's not make the environment very stressful for the new joinee. Let's make it something interesting, so they also enjoy it from the very first day one. So now I'll be talking about that what is the best way to handle a probation fairly. Okay, so what are my takes? I'm going to just share. You can definitely disagree with me, or you might have a different point, so let's share that. Okay, so what are my take? Like, keep the probation period but don't reduce pay or benefits. So I think one of the myth that I always be I'm listening to is that people are just reducing the pay and saying once you pass the probation period you will be getting your full pay. I think that shouldn't be fair, because if you're hiring for a position, so I think you should be giving the equal pay from day one. That's their right, because they are performing the job. Definitely you are giving the training anyway, you have to give the training because this is your company process. So I think for the employer side, employer has to don't need to reduce the pay or benefits. Okay, because employee really should feel secure while they adjust into the situation. So that's how you will give the security to the employee so that they can stick to your company, and that defines your culture from very day one, right? And then the next thing that I'll be saying about is that make it a guided transition, not a test. Not a test means you take a test but not like this. So like you have to just assess the people, that how the person is performing on their task, take a feedback from the manager and give it to the feedback, because don't wait until the end, like no, after 190 days finish I will give you the feedback whether you pass the test or not. I think it has to be an ongoing process from day one, like from first test to like how many tests that you have defined. Just give the feedback for every test so that employee also get a chance to improve in that phase, right? Now now, the third point that I wanted to say, give employee a say. Whatever, like, because a probation is just for the employee, it also for the employees to decide if this company is right for them or not, if they see their growth here, career growth here or not, right? And the last thing that I want to conclude with this myth is that be transparent. That companies should definitely define the clear expectations. What are the support system that they are going to provide, and what success look like in the company. I think in that way we are like a company can really grow. Okay, so now in so these are all my point that like why a probation should be there, because not a probation, but I think I'll call it a growth map for an employee. So what do you think? You tell me, should probation period should exist? If yes, then how companies make them fair? Drop your thoughts in the comment. And because I think whatever the myth that I heard till the now about the probations, it's busted now. 90-day probation period, it isn't just a test, but it's a structured adjustment phase, because and if done right, it benefits both the employee and the employer. So next time you start a new job or hire someone, remember probation should be about support, not stress. So if you like this overall conversation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more HR insights. So in the next episode, we are talking with our one of the employee that how she handled the probation for her new joiner, and there are a lot of discussion, funny discussion we are going to have about her experience. So we'll be getting to know in that next episode, and also I'm going to share that how a company should be planning their probation. So see you in the next episode on the HR Unscripted. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.